like the blunt, my nigga. Pass his beat to the left so I could press. Total my hits like I done wrecked. Who is next? Niggas is sleep like pillow pets. Getting foreign head from a bad bitch from Budapest. Call your bet, cause I'm just trying to get a quick. Okay, got audio going, both cameras. Man, we got the lights, we got the cameras. It's all about that action. Welcome one, welcome all. This is your auntie's favorite podcast. What's the motherfucking wave? Thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Tell somebody, cause she gonna want to see this one, cause it's gonna be really good. Cause it can't be that motherfucking bad. I got my boy Christian from ICBTB, the podcast, in studio. How you living today, boy?
Dude, living real good. Yeah. Extremely honored to be here. Thanks for having me, man.
Of course, bro. This has been a long time overdue. Even before the cameras got rolling, like I said, we just got to sit down, cut it up, catch up a little bit, and explore and go over just a little bit of our journey as being content creators. Shout out to, I'm gonna say, the second best podcast in Vallejo. I'm gonna have to put mine first. You know, just competitive talk, but you know, but it's good to see, and I love to see another person just doing something similar in the same neck of the woods, because we don't, it's like I said, it's a lot of motherfuckers rapping out here and stuff, but we don't got no podcasters like that.
Not a lot.
We got to get some more content. So I love seeing another person just showing off our talent in our city, because that was the main reason What's the Wave got started. So seeing you kind of in that same light is a beautiful thing, bro. Beautiful thing. How's the journey been treating you so far?
Dude, extremely humbling, man. Like on a day-to-day basis, I keep thinking that I'm just some guy.
Bro,
I'm just some guy that happens to have a mouthpiece, that happens to have some equipment, and then there's some really talented individuals that are down to just hop on the podcast. And then, I don't know, I love music, I love art, I love artistry, and so, I mean, it's a huge honor to be able to sit down with some dope people.
Legit. That's a main kind of backing for my reason starting this. I was like, bro, I grew up with a lot of dope people, like going to school with the La Russells, the Gary Juniors, the Dead Stock DPs, and I'm just like, look at all this talent we're on from. Why is Vallejo known for being such a bad place and stuff like that? So being able to show it off, like you said, it is like an honor. Yeah. It does feel good. It's a little bit of a responsibility, so, but it's a great one. It's a great one. So let's get into this episode. First, I want to throw at you, I do monthly campaigns for the podcast and stuff like that. We're at the end of May, so this is going to drop at the beginning of June. Okay. June, I call Super June. As you know, I'm a big superhero nerd. You know, got the Justice League right up there and all that good stuff. You feel me? So let me ask you, what do you feel like your superpower is? And that could be in the sense of with your content, kind of with what you do as a creator, or it could be something personal, just being a good friend, you know, good husband, good man, in any aspect that you want to. What do you feel like some of your good or best superpowers?
I think to a fault, I like feel too much for other people, and I think
is that empath?
Yeah, I'm an empath.
Okay.
But it's like to a detriment. So like it is a superpower, but like imagine being able to fly but never being able to land, which is like dope. But like I wanna walk now. Right. I can never walk. So because. Yeah. And that helps with my podcasting, and that helps with me connecting with other individuals, because I just try my best to put myself in their shoes. Right. And that can be a dope thing, but that really puts me into like situations where I'm given so much that I forget. A lot of
control,
Dude, I forget about taking care of Christian sometimes. Yeah. So it's nice to be on this couch on the other end of the microphone and be the guest.
It's the best, bro. I'm telling you that.
Oh, I'm chilling.
I'm saying it's just like I don't have to overthink. I'm not worried about. It's the same feeling I got being on your platform as well. I was just like, bro, this is great. Pour me up another shot, bro. Like,
dude, we were drinking. Yeah,
that was great. That was a great time. Yes. So I'm glad to hear you say that as a superpower, though. Yeah. And look at it as both ways, because a lot of things can be seen as a curse, but it is a blessing, kind of in the same fold. So I like that. Let's get into the platform. It can't be that bad. Let me just get the origin story for the name. Give me how you came up with the name, where it kind of just stemmed from, and why'd you want to stick with that? Because at first it seems long, but to me it's catchy. Like I said, I like it, and like I said, I sing it every time I say it. So I said, so
I'm glad you love the jingle. The name comes,
a great jingle,
dude. It happened naturally. I'll get into the jingle after I get into the origin of the name. But like, shout out to my homie Alejandro, who I started the podcast with. I mean, the podcast started off with us reviewing bad movies, defending bad movies.
Okay.
And we were like thinking, man, we got to come up with a name. And so like, he's the one that came up with, I got it. it can't be that bad, and it's been so catchy since.
It's very catchy.
And with the jingle, we were thinking to ourselves, because we were just in the early stages of podcasting, we're like, we got to come up with a jingle before we come out with an episode.
Yeah.
And I looked over, and me being like a typical Filipino guy, I saw like a ukulele in my room. I was like, I got it. And then I just strummed 4 chords.
Ukulele in the back?
Yes, a ukulele.
Got you.
And then I was thinking to myself, I was like, I'm not gonna write down lyrics to this. I'm just gonna say the title over and over and over.
Yes.
And so now, the jingle has now become this thing where like I'll have like my friends sending videos of themselves singing it. My friends sending videos of their children singing it. Which I don't know why your kids are watching my podcast. Thank you for the listens and the downloads, but like we're cussing, we're talking about some crazy.
M for mature, man. Mature,
man, absolutely.
When
but
I
that's
put my videos on YouTube, I'd be like, not 18, like not for kids. Like, because you never know. Somebody might say something crazy.
Yeah. But that's where it came from, man. Yeah.
I like that. That's hilarious. Even makes me think of when I started What's the Wave. I was like, bro, I don't know what I'm gonna do for an intro. Like I had no idea, but at the time me and the homie were just making music and stuff like that. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just grab one of the songs. And that's why the song for What's the Wave is actually titled MIB, Men in Black, because me and my boy Jay, we're just finding like a tag team name just to throw up as a song title. And it worked out because it was just easy, smooth. And then I think Rio made an edit or something for it, and I put it on there, and I was like, I just need one more. And then it just stuck. So I was like, sometimes it's that simple.
It happens that organically, man.
But I kind of wanted to have like a jingle with the West Wave name in it. So I was sitting on that for a long time. I was like, do I gotta write a verse or I was like, I feel like Jamie Foxx and the Jamie Foxx. Like, I'm trying to come up with a jingle. I was like, I said, man, we gonna slap that on there. But
you could just take my jingle and replace It Can't Be That Bad with What's the Wave.
Hey, we might do it.
Just keep doing that.
Next episode when we collab, let's try it for sure. It's actually like I said, I am Sue. It's called What's the Word. Slap that song. That's the I'm Sue. If you're watching, if we could do a remix called What's the Wave, I'm telling you, I'll pay for it. I got you. Okay. But I like to hear that. Now let me get the origin of from going from bad movies to now being guest based. Give me that, because like you said, it started off from defending kind of just media and kind of doing a review based type podcast to being more interview based and more promotional and showing off actual people and what they do. Where was that kind of transition in your journey?
I mean, well, if you were to think about it, like it's fun talking about movies, but let's say if I'm gonna review like any bad movie, if I'm gonna review Anchorman with Will Ferrell, what are the chances that Will Ferrell's gonna see that episode and be like, man, I really love that this brown boy is talking about one of my favorite movies that I've ever done. That's so rigid. There's not much to go from there. And like when you're talking about a movie, you're just like, okay, on to the next, let's watch the next movie. As opposed to the transition happened when we were getting kind of like bored and we're like, let's start bringing in our friends, let's start bringing in creatives, because humans are so interesting, man.
Definitely.
Like talented people are talented.
Yes.
Humans could be fucking horrible, but some humans are just so dope. And so
dope.
Being able to like talk freely and just like have free conversation with some people, either them being our closest friends or some people being strangers that we'd never met before, that just came through. That became a dope thing. And my point to like where Will Ferrell will never see our Anchorman review episode. If I'm talking to Gary Jr. about like his songs from back in the day, that'll spark a much more passionate conversation, man. Something that I'm gonna remember for a much longer time, is something that Gary's gonna remember for a much longer time. And that with like any other artist, like with any creative journey that they have, like that makes it that much better.
I'm glad. I like it. Definitely from that perspective, because I was going to say that's one of my favorite words is perspective, and being able to share different areas of everybody who has one, because I mean, like it's just like an opinion or a butthole, we all got one. So being able to bring a guest on and explore that, I feel the same way, because since my journey as well as bringing guests on, I'm like, that's what makes me feel good. Like after I get an episode, and some people say like, what do you do it for? Once I like say it's done and it's over with and I set the mic down, it's like I want to keep going. Like I want to keep just talking and keep trying to just explore more and get to people to open up as best as they can to show what they do. Because like you said, we're crazy, but we're dope.
Oh, we're dope, dude. And especially like you get this because like now you've been like editing your episodes, and like when you hear the voices of the person that you've been chopping it up with for 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And you hear their voices as you're editing the episode. It's like you're becoming that much more of their friend, you know? Like I'm noticing these people's tendencies, like their thought processes, and I'm like it's really sinking in, like what you said to this question that I have, and it just makes you appreciate like your guests more.
It really do.
So that thing's dope.
It's a beautiful thing. Give me some of your, I won't say just favorite guests, but favorite moments from guests. And that could be hilarious. It could be a disgusting one. It could be funny. It could be sad. You know, not all some of the best moments are the kind of more vulnerable ones and stuff like that. So just overall, maybe 2 or 3 that come to the top of your head. Give me some of your favorite moments.
Dude, I think on one end of the spectrum, I recently had Frack on, and shout out to Frack, man.
Bro, Frack is, I follow him. I love his content. Dope artist too. Like you said, you know, we love rapping and freestyling. That boy's gifted.
He's so extremely gifted. And not only did he come through to the podcast and rap off of 10 random words that my homie and I gave him, but on top of that, we just kept the beat going. He's like, all right, y'all jump in too. And we were trading fours.
Go crazy.
And
like, so dope.
That moment meant a lot to me because like this is this individual that's like well versed in the rap world here in the Bay Area, out of Frisco, one of the greatest cities.
Making great quality music.
Oh, absolutely. And like to be able to like just pass fours casually, like we were just like a backseat freestyling or something like that.
At the lunch table.
Yeah, that. So that meant a lot to me because that boosted my confidence as just this silly, goofy guy freestyling, like, and to be like, this is a dope moment immortalized for eternity because the cameras happen to be on. But like, and now, like that's one of my favorite moments. And
that had to be dope. Hell yeah.
I had Hokage Simon on a few months ago, and
Hokage.
On the other end of the spectrum, as much as like you could have like fun freestyle moments with guests, to be able to like hear from other people, like, you know, when Hokage Simon's like on social media, he's just on the keys or he's producing a beat, right?
Yeah, very, very kind of not very vocal or anything. Yeah, very kind of easy going. Yeah,
exactly. But imagine getting to sit down with the guy for an hour and 30 minutes and him talk not only about his creative musical journey, but about his, like, you know, his health journey with cancer and having beaten that thing.
Yeah.
And that, and editing that episode, that shows like, oh man, like what I'm doing.
This shit is different. It's a little different.
It's beyond us, man.
Oh, for sure.
Because I'm hoping that like someone could hear that podcast and hear his story and go onto his page and hear more of his story, and that will motivate them if they lost if they lost a loved one, or if they're going through
a similar battle.
A similar battle, man.
That's great.
I don't know. It's like these guests, like they really teach you that you're doing something that matters.
You really are. And same, I've experienced a cast variety of guests, from music artists to, I've had people run from city council on here to authors, and it's just like being able to see those different light bulbs that make them flicker. You just like, oh shit, it is kind of bigger than me in a sense and stuff like that. And going back to what we were talking about beforehand, of sometimes those times where wanting to give up and stuff like that. And I've had, shout out to the people in my corner, where it took a Rio Reels or a podcast Bree to be like, you know, you're not finna stop, right? Yeah. And I'm just like, I guess it's like, it's bigger than me. Like, cause if it's up to me, exactly, like, we've been there, Dre, I'm over this shit. Like, you feel me? Stuff happened, but then you sit back and realize, like, nah, it's not over. Like, you got this beautiful responsibility, like you said, it's honor that you get to wear like armor on your body. So it's a great thing.
I mean, it all comes down to like, what are you doing it for? Are we doing it for the fame and fortune? Not necessarily. It'd be nice to quit my regular job and be able to just chop it up with some really cool, talented individuals as a living. But I'm going to keep doing this thing for as long as I love it. And I suggest the same to you and to any other creator out there.
That's what we always go back to. Hey man, why are we in it? Why are we in it? For the little things. I love when I'm at 7-Eleven and I hear, hey, bro, you the podcast guy? Or people come to my job, like, exactly. So they just be like, oh, you the little podcast, bro. I didn't see your
7-Eleven famous. That's dope.
Literally yesterday, I'm walking out of 7-Eleven with my yerba, and a Benz pull up and it's tinted, but they honk at me.
Yeah.
And I just, and my normal goofy ass instinct was just, hey, I don't even know who that could have been. I don't got no ops, don't worry about that. But that could have been somebody. Hey, and I was just like, I don't even know. In my head, I was like, I don't even know who that is. I get in my car and then they roll their window down. And I was like, oh shit, there was somebody I like really ain't seen in a long time. It was like, oh, you doing the podcast thing? I'll be supporting, bro. I'm like, thank you, bro. That made my whole. I went into work feeling great. So
the most that I am is like Seafood City famous, man.
Ooh, that's something though.
Yeah, but they're not like being like, yo, you that guy from the podcast. They're more like, yo, are you my nephew? You know, like I've seen you before. I'm like, nah, I just look like the rest of your family. I've seen you before.
I've seen you before. That's great. But yeah, like you said, it goes back to what we do it for.
Yeah.
So, and not to always focus on the glitz and glam, because we were just talking about the roller coaster of this journey. Give me a hurdle that you had to overcome. Maybe more recently, whether it has been in the first so-called half already of 2024, or just in the recent past, just a speed bump that, you know, nothing that was gonna throw you all the way off your center of gravity, but you just like, ooh, this is a little difficult, and you kind of were able to push through.
To start off with something general, like I always have that battle of being spread thin, especially since I'm doing this thing by myself.
Yeah.
It's that battle of like I'm wearing so many different hats, man. Not only am I a podcaster, I'm a partner to my fiance. I'm a brother. I'm a son to my parents. You know, I'm a friend to my other friends, and with success there is sacrifice, and it's that internal battle of like, what am I sacrificing, and what do I want to succeed in the most, right? Because like I many times I feel like a jack of all trades, and then I'm a master of none,
right?
But I want to be a master of something, but with that comes sacrificing all those other face cards, right?
Exactly.
So there'll be those days where like I walk into my studio and I'm looking at my laptop and my laptop's looking at me, and I'm like, who's gonna edit who, right? Like, well, who's gonna do the editing?
I ain't even finna flip you open, partner.
Dude, and then like I'll sit down and then like I'll start editing, and then I'll turn around and I'll see my fiance looking all cozy in bed. I'm like, that bed's looking at me funny right now.
Legit.
But it feels good once you get the swing of things and like that momentum happens. So that's like one general hurdle, and like specific hurdles are just, dude, some like technical issues will happen. Like a guest will be out of focus, and I'll be like, "Fuck this!"
Corrupt files, all this shit.
A corrupt file, dude. My hard drive running out of space. I'm like, I gotta spend another $300 on another
couple terabytes. Yeah, that's
shit. Man,
that's grueling for sure.
Fuck, dude. I just miss the days where like, why can't I just get a floppy disk?
It could be so simple.
A $5 floppy disk and have 1,000 episodes on that thing.
It could be so simple. But yes, I love the first part of your answer, because it reminds me of a quote that I've been, I won't say living by, but kind of keep it in my head. Balance is a process. It's not a destination. So just always finding that balance. And like you said, just wearing many hats. One of my favorite terms is spinning plates. You know how they got a stick and a plate on it. You spinning one. You got one in this hand, one on your foot. Yeah. That's what we doing.
Oh, dude, or looking at like waiters in a restaurant. You seen them like holding 20 plates?
About lined up, sleeved up.
Oh, dude.
Just with linguine. Like, it's crazy.
Like, how long's your wingspan? How are you holding that many?
And they got like the one-on-one with like 8 plates. And
just like you crazy.
Real talent. Okay. Let me switch it to this. From podcaster to podcaster, give me, what is your process for landing guests? Because we touched beforehand, you've had guests on that I still would like to have on the platform and stuff like that. And I've been touch and go. For one, scheduling's the main thing. We could go about scheduling guests. That's the hardest, most difficult part. If you're wondering why such and such ain't been on, it can't be that bad or what's the way, believe me, we probably have tried. And it's gonna take some time. So that's exactly, I'm telling all you that right now. Oh, you ain't had such and such. Time out. Just chill. But let me ask, as a fellow podcaster, what is kind of your method or your process about either do you reach out? Do you try to let people come to you? Do you just shoot your shot in a DM? Do you really try to let me find their manager and find their email? What is kind of your process? Because I've taken all routes myself. So
it's everything, man. I mean, like a lot of it is shooting my shot, you know, like with Stunnaman, with like Frack, it is kind of just sending that text, you know, like, you know, it does feel like back in the day, like there's that girl in high school you're crushing on,
wondering.
you know, I'm just, hey, I've been peeping you for quite a minute. I like your stuff.
I like your Instagram.
Well, this is my availability if you're down. So it's like that, but not as flirtatious, you know?
On the business side.
But yeah, for some, and I've detached my ego from it because it's just from human to human. Hey, I appreciate your work. Yeah. I have a platform, and I just want to sit down and talk with you. Yeah. And then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Right. Maybe eventually it will. But on the other half of things, is sometimes it's just organic. Sometimes I just have to meet a dope person. Yeah. Sometimes I just have to. Someone says like, hey, this person will be dope on your podcast.
I get a lot of recommendations for sure.
Yeah, and it's because I don't know, there's something so weird about treating my podcast as this business thing.
Thank you.
Where I'm just like, yeah, I want to book these guests, and like I don't feel like my podcast is bigger than anyone, or you have to have a certain amount of followers to be on.
Thank you.
But like, if I meet you, you're a really dope person, or if you have the endorsement of a previous guest that I connected with, and they say, hey, like, I really think that you should have this person on.
Right.
It comes down to like, who do I want to talk to? Who do I want to? And it's a place of vulnerability, man. You're coming into my space.
Yeah, that's so. I was gonna kind of lead you into that one. How do you like say yes or no to certain guests? Have you turned down a lot of guests?
If they come into my house with their shoes on because of my culture, I have to turn them. my Asian brethren would be like, "What the? I'm kidding."
I definitely did have to turn some people away, whether it be for scheduling, even pricing. Now I'm more offer based now, but I had a time where I had a set rate and stuff like that. Or just I've had people who it seemed like they just want to be on your platform because they know you and you have it. Like, you're not even doing nothing. I have nothing to promote you with. Like, you just, I should be on your platform. What? Because you're a mother? Like, I fucks with moms. Like, they're great. But it's like,
I'm trying to promote this breast milk. Yeah,
because your uncle, like, I got nephews and nieces too, bro. Like, but what else, you know?
Damn, you just got random family members not in your family hitting you up.
People just be like, bro, hey, I should be on the platform. I'm like, okay, like, but yeah, like, what you want to promote? Like, you do music, you make art, you do sculptures, jewelry. They just like, nah, bro, I'm a real one.
Yeah. Cool. Oh yeah. Let me tell you about my 9-to-5 job. I'm an accountant. Yeah.
Like, so how do you navigate those certain things? Because I know everybody who comes up is like, I don't want to say it's not like you're not worthy, but it's just like I also don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time. Yeah. You know, so how do you navigate that?
With I can tell if some people are just trying to take advantage of this platform. They don't know shit. They didn't watch 30 seconds of the podcast. They just seen like the pinned post that I have at the top of my my page.
They saw that one clip with Stunning Man. Is like, oh yeah, I got to get on that.
Oh yeah, exactly. They're gonna be so. I can recognize it from a mile away if you DM'd me 6 minutes after you followed me, you know, and be like, "Yo, I'm a rapper producer from Palo Alto.
I fuck with your shit, bro. Let me get on.
I've been fucking with your shit for the longest time." I'm like, I'm like followed by so and so 6 minutes ago. Yeah, man, that'd be super dope. And then like I don't know, it's kind of. I don't want to be taken advantage of. Right. Like, this is a process. I feel like a lot of people that do hit me up that want to promote whatever brand they're promoting, they don't think about like the guy after the podcast sitting at 3 a.m. making sure that like it's color graded, that it's like cut, that sounded good and all that stuff.
All the guests that don't hound, and Dre noticed too, that don't hound people for content. It's gonna take some time. Like, I got a guest right now. And shout out my boy Lincoln Roy. That episode's gonna drop soon, but he's an artist from LA. Yeah. He was like, hey, I got a show up there this weekend. I've seen your platform, but kind of like newer. He's like, I haven't been following too long, but I've seen it. He was honest. I'm trying to get some exposure. Yeah. I said, cool. I'm available. We made it work. He literally just hit me up yesterday. It's probably been like a week or two. I've been sitting on his episode. Yeah. Hey, I'm just wondering when the content's coming out. I was like, oh yeah, I got you lined up next week. That's how you talk to people who's creating your content, y'all. Just understand, because like you said, it take time. Stop hounding these people. Stop. If you got a music video you're waiting on, stop expecting a 3-day turnaround. Yeah. Like, for most people, it's not realistic. So shout out to the guests. Yeah, dude. Just like respect your time, respect your craft, and like I said, think about the man after the episode.
There's a proper etiquette, man. Like, we're just people. We're just a person talking to another person. So like, I mean, come on, dude. This is not all that I do.
Exactly. So, but I like that because. And I guess it goes all avenues. I've had Dre done recommended about 3 or 4 people that have been on the platform, and Dre was a recommendation like type thing. TR was like, you should mess with my boy Dre, do hikes. So it's just how those relationships build and stuff like that. So I'm with you though. I still try to balance shooting my shot, try to go get guests I would like to talk to.
Yeah.
People like that, like you said, the local artists who I really support and fuck with. It's like, oh yeah, I really want to bring y'all on. And then you have the people who's just, like, hey, I like what you're doing and genuinely support it. So
Exactly.
Let me pick your brain on releasing content. Now you have been doing a lot of this on your own. So now just with making the reels, finding the templates, editing the actual episode, putting it on platforms, how have you been able to find that balance between releasing content, whether putting it out on time, getting the right quality, the right quantity? Some people take the LaRussell method, 10,000 shots, post 4 videos a day. Some people just once a day, but it's really quality. So where do you find yourself kind of navigating that lane as far as just releasing your content?
I do it when I can. I make sure that I don't sacrifice all of my mental, I make sure that I don't sacrifice all of my love for it or well-being. I still have to love it to edit it. I still have to love it to shoot it. I still have to love it to release it,
so
man.
So good to hear just another podcast. Cause I feel that so much, bro. Cause it'd be, like I said, it'd be days that laptop staring at you.
Yeah.
And you staring at it back and you just like, hey.
I'm about to fight it. Yeah.
So I love to hear you say that, bro. Hell yeah. Cause
yeah, dude. I mean, like I try to release on Fridays, and if I don't hit that Friday mark, it's cool. And I try to release like a reel or 2 a week.
Right.
With it's yes, you could hold yourself to deadlines. Deadlines matter.
Yeah.
And having a template and like having a schedule and all that stuff matters.
Consistency and stuff. Yeah.
Consistency does really do wonders to the creative brain of holding you accountable. But also, I'm not trying to burn myself out. I'm not trying to get into a fight with my fiance. I'm not trying to be a lesser person because of I'm a bigger editor.
What you're sacrificing, how you said to earlier, or just exactly what hat you got on for how long.
Yeah, dude.
You feel me? So.
But also, I'm playing Tetris with my time. If I know I have the energy, if I know that I'm looking at my PS5 and I'm looking at my laptop, I'm gonna have to choose my laptop because I'm like, okay, I got I have an hour, I could make this clip real quick, or I got an hour, I could just get further into this into cutting this episode up.
Each episode, because how often do you release?
I try to do weekly.
Yeah. How have you been navigating that? Because that was a big struggle for me, and I'm glad I took a step back because I got into that burnt out phase.
Yeah.
Where I was pushing myself. And then it kind of, like I said, the love of it fell out because now it's Tuesday night and I have to edit this tonight.
Exactly.
Because it has to drop tomorrow. And if it doesn't, then I'm off schedule and whoop-de-whoop. And then shout out to my circle podcast, Breathe Rio, a couple days, like, deal.
Yeah.
Take a break. Take some time for yourself.
Yeah.
So like navigating that week to week, do you still find that a little bit easier just because you got the experience and can navigate it now, or is that something you still like struggle with, you would say?
Experience helps greatly for sure because now I got a whole system. I know that if I'm crunched on time, I know I at least have my time in the car when I drive to work to listen to the episode. So like audio, like I know, okay, I got to edit this out, or everything flows perfectly. I'm good with that.
We're good on that side.
And then like if I have some downtime over the weekend, then that's when I'll actually chop up the video and everything and do all that stuff. And like I'm making sure, but I'm also making sure that even if I'm crunched on time or even if I'm burnt out, that I'm not going to dilute the quality of my episodes.
That's what I had to learn, because I was just like, I was so more focused on pushing them out and it cut back from the quality.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, bro, if you would have just sat on it for another week, then you could have took the time to find more time to color, all that other stuff. So,
don't ever rush it, man. Like,
it was a struggle.
yeah, you could put out like 4 reels a week and all that stuff, the quantity, but you cannot dilute the quality of things.
For sure.
Because like at the end of the day, like what we're trying to do is we're trying to get like listeners and people that really fuck with the platform. Yeah. And you're gonna get that with quality.
Yes.
And even if it might be like a little sparse and like here and there, that's better than like having 20 episodes that are completely shit.
I'd rather have exactly. Give me one good steak, not 5 hot dogs. You feel me? So exactly. So it's just funny hearing, like I said, somebody in the same area just still navigating the same things. It's just like I'm right here with you, bro, doing the same thing, finding that balance between business and personal, and then even in the business, time to edit, not burning myself out and XYZ. So it's just difficult, bro. Other side of the coin, Yeah, to flip the other side of the coin, I asked about a hurdle. Give me a feel-good moment that you have experienced recently. Just a small win that maybe the casual listener or casual fan might not know. Where that was something big, like landing a certain guest, or just something personal was like, that was just so dope for me.
Dude, sometimes random new listeners will post something. Like someone posted a quote that I didn't even know I made a quote of in my episode with Tieta, but I forget what we were talking about. We were talking about like being yourself, and like being yourself in your art. And I think something I said is that like there's no need to try when it's already you. Yeah. Right? You're not playing a character when you're rapping. You're not playing a character when you're singing. You're not playing a character when you're doing any of these things that displays your art. And it's so much easier because you don't got to try when it's already you. And so someone heard that from that podcast and then like put it in their notepad, took a screenshot of that notepad, and then tagged my podcast in it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's
so dope.
Wow, like, you know, that the fact that what I'm saying from this dumb brain out of this stupid mouth is actually resonating with some people makes me feel so good. It makes it that much more worth it, you know?
It's beautiful when people pick up on the little things, or like you said, the insiders, or the things that hit home for you, and it's like, oh, you felt that too.
Yeah, man.
You felt that too. It's great seeing those trendy things. Shout out like Dre, like how your pose, the sitting pose, like that shit caught on like fire, and we like, it was something, it was like, I don't think nobody knows. We just like, how that's a funny picture. And next thing you know, like other people start doing it.
Everyone's doing it.
And it's just, those are those like the most gratifying moments. Like for real. So I'm with you on that. That sounds fun. Like I said, quote me. Do that too. I want to get one of them. Quote me, man. And a piece of advice for somebody trying to get into podcasting, content creating. Just something that you would have told me 3 years ago when starting What's the Wave, or telling yourself, what, 3, 4, 5 years ago now?
Yeah. 5 years ago now.
5 years ago. What was something you might have told a young, aspiring content creator, podcaster who wants to do something that what we're doing now?
Be intentional with it. Don't stop, man. Like Danny Ali told me this thing. He said,
shout out Danny.
Fuck your goals if they ain't specific.
Ooh, I like that.
So,
like that.
You know, really, yeah, you could, like, it works. It does work if you have some vague goals and, like, it's just you and your homie that think you're funny as fuck and you guys want to start a podcast.
Right.
Have it be that. But please don't be... It's heartbreaking. You start all seeing all of these passion projects start for 3 weeks and then they just fall off. So be intentional with it. Don't stop. Don't look at the numbers. Don't let that beat you down. Because if you know that it's quality, and who cares about the numbers?
Don't stay off them analytics, y'all. I promise you gonna rob your happiness. Dude, I promise you.
Exactly. And look at what you're doing here. Like, these are little timestamps that you know that your kids and your kids' kids are gonna see later in the future, and they're gonna be like, we're gonna be like, what was Grandpa doing back in his day? Oh, he was interviewing people. Let's listen to it.
Right.
Because like life is so finite, and we know someone that's already that's. My fiance lost her grandparents, and it's she was so close to her grandma, and she every now and then when she's down, she plays this voicemail from her grandma, just like checking in, and that voicemail is 5 seconds. But imagine like if you interviewed like her grandma,
and she could go back and just sit and watch for hours
and have an hour and a half type of thing.
That's real.
Here's another beautiful thing that to go back to that last question, I'm sorry to backtrack.
Good. Keep going. Yeah.
One feel-good moment, and I think the most incredible thing that I've ever done with this podcast is last year, one of my best friends, his mom passed away from cancer. And before she had passed, he asked like, hey man, can you use your podcast equipment, and can we record and this is an unlisted episode on my page because it's for his family only.
Right.
But to the best quality that I record and edit my podcasts for It Can't Be That Bad, I was able to record a 2-hour interview with his mom.
That's so dope.
Months before she passed from cancer.
That probably hits so different too right now. Like
this past, Mother's Day just passed not too long ago, and she passed away last year, the day after Mother's Day, and Mother's Day this year passed not too long ago with this, and I'm getting emotional because it's bigger than us, man.
Hell yeah.
And he texted me saying, "Hey, man." And he's texting me multiple times saying like it's another hard day, but this one's especially hard because it's her anniversary, her death anniversary. I was missing her extra hard today, and I listened to that episode, and I can't thank you enough for the rest of my life for what you've done. And like knowing that this guy, this stupid boy with a dumb mouthpiece was able to use his dumb equipment to be able to record something that he and his family can look back on,
and like. That, and they gonna hold on to that forever,
dude. If I'm feeling this way about it, like I can't imagine what it's doing for him. And like I matter, you know.
Yeah,
I did something that mattered.
Crazy.
So
just to be able to have that, and now the stories he's gonna be able to pass on, like you said, and be able to tell stories to his kids about their grandma.
Yeah,
and could
man.
show and could go back and be like, oh, you know, yo, abuela, whatever you want to call it, used to be able to do this. I could show you. Like, she could tell you this was the recipe. Matter of fact, I'm going to put this on. Like you said, it's timeless.
Yeah.
You didn't timestamp. You made a time capsule. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing,
Thank you, man.
That's so dope.
And that's the advice that I have for any youngins or old folks in your 60s trying to start a podcast about, I don't know, Pepto-Bismol.
Come on.
Go ahead
Be intentional.
and be intentional. You never know what kind of magic you're gonna create.
That's so dope.
You never know what lives you might save.
Legit.
Because they might have listened to that episode that stopped them from doing that thing, you know?
Legit.
So
I like that.
Do it, man.
And before we get into the rapid wave segment, let myself know, Dre, and the people watching know what's next. What's next from It Can't Be That Bad? What can we expect for the rest of the year? I would just say for 2024.
More guests, more conversations, whether they're interviews or just regular conversations about your day-to-day life.
We got to get outside. We got to hit the city, bro. We got to hit Vallejo, just hit the waterfront, just start bring a mic and just start getting
and
people.
Just start talking on the
city,
streets,
bro. Let's do it. Come on. Like I said,
I don't know. There's a lot of like gaps in my knowledge because I'm doing this by myself. So if anyone out there can help me, I mean, like there's like business aspects that I don't know, you know, because the business aspect disgusts me. But like eventually I would want like a team or like some management to like help me book people, or to just help me out. And I don't know how to go about that.
Niggas help.
Well, with certain things, I do want to throw like an ICBTB live show.
Yes.
Which is not necessarily highlighting me, but I'm thinking like a lot of like past artists that I've had on the show before. And get a venue and have them perform. But in between performing is going to be like a 5-minute interview with the person about to
This twin for real. This twin for real. I said that because hopefully this summer, and I guess it's the first time I'm saying on camera, I want to try to do a What's the Wave showcase.
Oh!
Very similar.
Wow.
Because my birthday's in July, summer baby, I'm like, that'd be dope. I didn't had a bunch of artists on, but
you should for sure do that, man.
Come on. But you gonna have to follow mine up and do it twice as big though. Like, we can't just stop with mine now. Like, nah. We're gonna do What's the Wave showcase, and It Can't Be That Bad showcase. And then it's just, come on.
Let's keep elevating
dope,
these people, man. And
yes.
like we have these platforms, and I'm glad we're using it for good. So let's level up and make it a whole big thing. Let's take it out the studio and put it onto a stage. You know, let's take it out the stage and bring it out to the rest of the world by documenting that live performance. You know, I don't know. Yeah. We'll see.
But there's more. Just a lot more.
I'm trying to be real specific about my goals because just 5 minutes ago I said, fuck your goals if they ain't specific.
Right. We got to simmer on it too long. We'll let the people speculate and assume certain things. But no, thank you. That sounds so dope. And please, once again, I hope that people heard you when you said, please help. We always need help. Even What's the Wave as well. Like I said, if y'all know me, my partner in crime, Rio, been out the way. Help us. Adventures Dre's behind me. Go follow Melanated Adventures. Help. Pop out. Show up. Support the platforms and the people that y'all know. And you can do that in a lot more ways other than just watching, liking, and sharing a video. Like, you can reach out to motherfuckers, and we definitely need help. Like I said, I can show you how to work a camera. We can show you how to edit it, show you what a pod track is.
Yeah.
We would appreciate it. We'd appreciate it a whole lot.
Yeah.
A whole lot. Okay. Thank you for that. Let's get into the rapid wave segment.
Let's do it.
It's the easy one. I'm gonna hit you with some easy questions. I want your organic answer, but if you got to simmer on it, that's fine. I might try to stump you on a couple of them.
Okay. Oh, damn.
But some of them will be kind of just would you rather, either or. And just let me know what you like. The first one I'm gonna hit you with is, what, growing up, your favorite board game?
Ooh.
As you see, I got a couple Monopoly sets over there. I was a big Monopoly head, so.
Candyland was fun because I was a fat motherfucker. And I was like, I want to eat everything on this
Candyland
board game. Monopoly, I got a love-hate thing for that.
I get it.
Because I don't understand property. I don't understand property as a 30-year-old man. You expect me to be an 8-year-old? Me like, what do you mean?
Legit.
What do you mean I'm losing? I'm bankrupt. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, that was cool. I don't know if it's a board game, but it's super ethnic. Mancala. Do you guys know Mancala?
Yes. Mancala, yes.
That was crazy.
My dad
like,
taught me how to play that for sure.
Man, the real skill about that you need to have with Mancala is like, how many of those beads can you grab with one hand?
That, and some people play two different rules where it's like continuations or not.
Yeah.
So there's different. Some people play differently, so I had to learn that growing up.
Shit like that. I'm trying to get more into chess though, because that shit's.
I love a good game of chess.
Yeah, that's a classy one.
I need, before I die, I need a glass chess set. Like,
ooh.
It's just like a nostalgic thing for me. Oh, it's 1-in-1. I gotta have one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Could do that.
Okay. Next one. Was you more a PlayStation kid or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Well, I got PS1, PS2, Xbox 360. I didn't mess with PS3 as much, and then PS4, then PS5.
I hear you. Also, back to your roots as a youngin'. Scooters, bikes, or skateboards? Which one were you kind of rocking with?
Scooters, man. Which is like the dorkiest one of all of them.
It's cool. I see nowadays the kids on Instagram are doing crazy shit on scooters.
Oh, I was not doing crazy shit, dude. That shit was like just busting my shins, you know?
Yes.
The Razor scooter with the red handles, that shit was just breaking 8-year-old shins all over the world, man.
Gosh, I've never tried to tail whip nothing in my life. Do you have any weird talents?
Weird talents? Dude, I could do that one, like, are they even talents? Like the...
Yep, that's cool.
That one. When I was a chubby kid, my friends would like it when I would scoop my stomach out of my shirt type of thing, and it would just come out, and it just like entertained them, and I'd be like, I feel like I'm being objectified
just
here.
Tummy hanging out.
yeah. They're just like, okay, I feel much better now.
Oh, that's good. I like that one. Okay. As an adult man, I love a good adult beverage. More of a beer drinker or wine drinker?
Ooh, wine, because I mean,
you see, I got my red up there.
Yeah, I see your red. Yeah, I mean, I like me some beer, but I could do a hazy IPA or an IPA, but that shit gets me full.
Yeah, definitely.
So wine.
And sleepy. IPAs get me sleepy.
Yeah, but red wine, I mean, that's
my shit, bro.
That doesn't get you sleepy?
It do.
It's like a horse tranquilizer.
Yeah, that's motherfucker. But it gets me so just... I see why people just come home and just get a glass of wine. I'm starting to get in that area of my life. So.
You're classy, man.
I'm trying to be sophisticated and profound.
Glass chessboard and red wine?
Boy, I'm finna buy
Who
Rome
are
next.
you? You're gonna buy Rome?
A Rome? No, a Rome.
I thought you said all of Rome.
Like 10 years for that. Big leap. I need a robe, and then I'm gonna get one of them like pipes.
Oh, dude.
Pipes.
Hugh Hefner up in here, dude. All you just need is some bunnies up in here. Yeah.
You feel me? Next one. Give me your favorite cereal.
Ooh, Fruity Pebbles. I'll fuck up some Fruity Pebbles real quick.
For sure.
Yeah, that one's good. It's low commitment too.
Yeah.
Because they're small, so like you could there's some cereals where like the actual cereal's too big and like it's too much for me, right? Mm-hmm. Lucky Charms. I like the marshmallows only.
There you go.
Fuck the rest of that card. The rest is just cardboard bites.
Yeah, that shit is. I never was a fan of Lucky Charms. The cereal was too dough. and the marshmallows were too sweet for me as a kid.
Really?
So I was like, I can't balance this out. This is so crazy, but yeah.
I used to separate the marshmallows and then like just put it into a bowl and then put milk in there. Just all marshmallows, and then whatever family member would go back to that box of Lucky Charms and be like, "Where the fuck are all the marshmallows?"
That's so crazy. That's hilarious. Okay, shout out to the Lucky Charms of the world. I'm a big sports head. If you could have went professional in any sport, what would it have been?
Oh, dude, I would love to have been the NBA, man. Yeah, I'm not too big into sports, but like I did play a lot of NBA Jam growing up.
Okay.
And so I got like old 90s references for like, Horace Grant is my favorite basketball player. And then people are like, what the fuck do you mean Horace Grant?
He's like, bro, he's balling like George Gervin. Like, that's hella funny. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
But Hooper, okay, I like that. I love superpowers. Element bender. If you could bend any element, water, earth, fire, air, which one you picking?
Dude, water, because sometimes I'm too lazy to get up for that glass of water. So if I could just
funnel it from the fridge.
Funnel it from my hydro flask into my mouth.
That's pretty gas. I'm not gonna lie. That's very convenient.
Or fuck with some people. Like, let's say I'm at a meeting at work.
Yeah.
And like there's someone like over there with a glass of water. I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take his glass of water.
You could do some shit. You can make it like rain and shit. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be crazy. So, okay. I like that. Okay, a few more. Ooh, I have to phrase it this way. And I'm sorry, but you just got sentenced to death. What is your electric chair meal? I need to know the last thing you're going to eat before you leave the earth.
Damn, dude.
And it could be as much as you want from any person, any restaurant.
Mom's spaghetti. Well. Mom's Filipino spaghetti for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, you had that before?
I don't think so.
With the hot dogs, Dre's had it before.
Dre like, I know. I don't know. I might not know.
You say you like it?
It's weird.
It's weird? Okay, and it is sweet based too.
Got you.
So like regular spaghetti's made with like tomatoes, but we use like banana ketchup.
Oh wow. Okay.
Banana ketchup, man, dude.
I like banana ketchup.
That shit's good, right? Try that with some chicken. Oh man.
That sounds wild. Okay.
It's hella good. Have that with like some chicken and rice. Have that with some eggs and rice, man. It's so good, dude. Yup, exactly.
So some of mom's Filipino spaghetti for sure.
And you gotta eat it with your hands. No Filipino meal is complete unless you taste your fingers.
I'm fucking with that. I'm fucking with that. And in the bed, what's the beverage? Just to get it down.
I thought you said in the bed. I'm like, damn, it's that kind of.
Nah, yeah.
Oh man, I'll go.
That's your last meal.
Shit, man. They say Asians don't eat cat, but I'll go down on that cat, man. Go down on that.
You heard it here first.
On that. Woo. You said favorite beverage? Oh, my beverage.
Beverage to go along with the spaghetti.
Damn. I fuck up Diet Cokes like a single divorced mom, man.
There you go.
I put those down.
Okay, Diet Coke, mom spaghetti.
Yeah.
Shout out banana ketchup, man. Gotta get that son. Okay, speaking of moms, for $50 million, would you put your mama in jail for 1 year, but you can't tell her why until she get out?
No, fuck no, dude. She would not survive there, man.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Damn.
You get the money up front.
But my mom is priceless.
Hey, shit. You'll be surprised at the answers that I've gotten on that one.
Shit, dude.
50 mil up front? Your mom got to do just 12 months. I agree. I don't know. I feel like I think my mom could make it, I would I say money up front because I'm gonna make sure she good in there, and she gonna get more than half. Like when she get out,
you're right.
Like, if it's 50, you can have like 40 million. Like you did the time. I just want my 10, and I just had to not say shit. Nah,
dude, I'm scared about the woman that my mom would become afterwards.
Oh,
because if she was beating my ass with slippers, she's gonna upgrade to a shank.
Yeah. Like toothbrush sharpen, mom.
I almost brushed my teeth with this, mom. This is weird. What are you doing here?
Just use it.
How come there are no more butter knives? Right. They're all just
all steak knives in this bitch.
All glass shards in the drawer. What's going on?
I've got a wooden handle.
Yeah. Why is this not banana ketchup anymore? That's blood. Why is there blood on my chicken?
I'm scared of who mom gonna become. That is good. I like that. Okay. And to finish off the episode, I need you to finish this phrase for these last two quotes. There are two types of people in this world, blank and blank.
Damn. I've heard you. How did I not remember that you were gonna answer this?
Oh yeah, I gotta get you one of those. Yeah.
Man. This is the tough one. This is the one I should have prepped for.
There's two. Everybody tries to be very profound on these. I love it.
There are two types of people in this world. Those who ask questions and those who don't.
I like that. There are two types of people in this world: those who ask questions and those who don't. Yeah. I like that. And the last one, you can tell a lot about a person by the way that they blank.
Damn, I don't want to be so sad and profound on this. But I mean, no, but like you can tell a lot about a person by the way that they hurt. You know?
Ooh, I like that.
Like how someone is in pain. That. Like that's when your guard is up. You know. Yeah, and you learn a lot about your loved ones when they lose something.
Yeah,
and
that's a good one.
And you learn a lot about a stranger when they're pissed off. So
right.
You know,
right. How about I say that's one of the animals most dangerous when they backed in a corner. So
exactly.
Yeah, that was like you said. That was probably one of the best ones. Yeah, that was probably one of the best answers I've received because that's real. I'm big on people like acting out of emotion. I heard this quote recently. You can feel the way you feel, and I love telling people that you can feel the way you feel, but you are still responsible for your behavior after that.
Yeah.
Exactly. You could be mad. That don't mean you gotta go punch somebody.
Oh, exactly.
So I'm with that. I like that,
dude. I think it's healthy to acknowledge your feelings and your emotions, but like, how are you gonna act upon it?
Right. Yeah. Well, that's all I got for this wonderful episode of What's the Wave.
Hell yeah.
Christian, thank you again for pulling up, boy.
Thanks, bro.
Of course, I'm gonna see you soon. We're gonna keep working. I know you say you got a lot of stuff planned. Me, you, and Dre been talking about some stuff, so I'm excited to see what's to come with It Can't Be That Bad.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what's come just from Christian as a man. Thank you once again. This has been another great episode. Tell your auntie one more time to like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment below of your favorite part of the episode and tell somebody else. Go follow Can't Be That Bad podcast and actually let everybody know where to follow you and find all your dope content.
What's up, y'all? My name is Christian Baltazar. You guys can find me at my personal page at Christian Has Asthma. I do have asthma. And follow the podcast at ICBTB Podcast. That's on Instagram. That's on TikTok. That's on YouTube. Watch that thing on Spotify. That's right. Watch it on Spotify. Video episodes are out on Spotify.
Come on.
I put a lot of work and love and effort and blood, sweat, and tears into these episodes, and I make sure that they're quality regardless of how many episodes there are. So be sure to tune in and reach out. I'm just a guy. I'm just some dude. You want to talk about it? You want to? Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
love y'all.
Thank you, bro. One more time.
I appreciate you, man.
What's the Wave, and we will catch y'all next week.
Pass his beat to the left so
you
I
bitch
can
you.
press. Code on my hits like I didn't wreck. Who is next? Niggas is sleep like pillow pets. Getting foreign head from a bad bitch from Budapest. Call your bet, cause I'm just trying to get a quick check, then rest with my face in between breasts. I'm a mess. Also something you gotta respect. A prince as a newborn, a king in death. Oh yes, son of the waves is the